Imperium Chapter 11 Initiation. As I passed into the cathedral, a bear-sized man entered from the left hand and at the antechamber. Then he came to bisect the floor's circle to stand at its center. There in the division of the circle to radii he stood. What is this madness that we wreak from head to toe? I have walked the malaise of this labyrinth, only to find you here now. Who are you, and what is this place? The man raises his left hand, then faces his palm and fingertips outstretched to me. Silence! I was muted, then he spoke. I have been watching you for days and decades, and it seems as though someone has turned you first. I was hoping always that you would join us in the shadows, and you have. Though these events have transpired in a way I would not have chosen. Too early, too soon, you come to those shadow gates, to this land of gloom. Who is this other you presume to know? Let us first start with this. I am the first archangel of the course of powers. Now I ask you to walk with me down a road, to join the dark as you have not. Before you answer, we fight. If it has been even in our recreation, we seek blood and fury, we monsters few, and the complacent many. The man raises his sword behind me. It feels as though there is a smooth glass. I know there is no glass. I also know this is a very real barrier. Grinding inside, I rush and fill myself with the bloodlust, running as my creator had in my creation. A rush of winds, I ran this field toroidally. The man raised up in a torrential rush. Then I run down from that arena, and the man is slammed into the ground. After the black splash of stone and dust kicked up from the assault fell and sounded as broken glass, still the barrier was there. At the edge of the mouth of the man was blood and a grinning sneer. The atmosphere and the environment changed. I could not run as I had. The man swung missing, then swung again, and the sword hissed and nicked me. I was forced to grab my arm with the pain that the blade left with that paper cut against my flesh. The man laughed. The pain has only begun. It's half the fun to see the glint and glitter and dance of the blade. Before this ends, you quit. Knowing all too well that this man was not a joke, laugh, or chortle. I know I have to digging deep within my hope heart and little white light, the sunshine of my faith. As I connected with the spirit, the pale crown glowed, and the barrier fell. The man did not laugh at this, and he could not surmise why the barrier fell. Now I have a choice, run or fight. The man's face changed, the concentrated face to the puzzled face. I felt the man would not destroy me. My decision is to fight. I perform this assault vigorously so I might better fight tomorrow's fights. Going into the psychotic twist, the black sunshine in my soul, there I find alien sickness. I am fully depraved, ready for pain. The man cuts me as I run around him, and I cut him, glancing blows at best. Each cut a pain, but now prepared, the pain made me sicker and stronger. No longer glancing blows, I was able to cut the man's arm off, and he screamed, his blood so potent that a new arm bled into position of the old, though no joy. And the man tired, then solemnly stopping, a quiet chant, and I was on the ground with no ability to move. The man raised the sword to my chest. Submit or die! I knew his grave seriousness. I spent a lightning moment. The puzzle coalesced, its configuration solved. Yes, I will join. Something gleams and glints within his eye. The white ghostly crown sang in joy to the act of submission. What further dark could I know beyond which I have already been? This answer is good enough for me. The castle keep you are in is a place of the undying dead, and this is one of the castles in the sick reflection of your known world. We are the few called to keep balance to forces that would certainly kill all that is known, for the bloodlust is not often quelled, but we here have mastered the blood song, and though we feed and need, we no longer lust. My name is Ilios, the leader, to the few. I have no contention with your intention, since few that come to the dark, even fewer leave. For a year we trained the body and the mind, scroll after scroll, book after book, and the body as well. The ones that left as I entered then tested me as I tested them, stronger and stronger I grew. Then I was given leave, and Ilios followed, drifting between this and the gloom. We made our way to the villa in France where Yorick was toiling. I spent some time here and set things in order. Yorick was delighted to spend this time with me, though I could not be here long, for the brothers of blood always require their payment, and it was time to travel and pay, for the vampire needed to be culled, just as all other species must to maintain equilibrium so that homeostasis can be maintained. Each killing a ritual, each killing to be done as prescribed by Ilios. Some killings occur at specific times, at specific sites, all with vampires that lost their mind, lost their way, that de-evolved and found a state beyond the depravity of the curse we hunted, and gave the true death. All of this labyrinthian wandering seemed to not be wandering. We came to winding paths across oceans of land. We eventually made our way to some remote mountain pass that I was unaware existed. It seemed to be in a world that time forgot. Still here were ways of living that had not been since forgotten time, or in the most remote regions here on this earth. Ilios guided me to the cave entrance. I entered, and he was no longer here. Continuing into this cave that seemed alive, it pulsated with light and life. All manner of high-res, polyphonic luminance displayed, walking further into the lurch, traversing the depth of the cave, until after miles of wandering this little cave, I found my way to this blood pool. The pool itself started to hum, then resonate with an audible frequency. The pool spoke to me. I am the one that came before all your kind, and there are others besides me. But I am the first among your kind. I am the beginning of your blood. Feeling the curse within me and the curse within it, and it was the same, and it was unlike the others. Strangely feeling drawn to the blood pool, looking at my reflection. My reflection gazed upon me. My reflection was me, but was not me, and it had slight micro-expressions that I knew were not my own. This being far more alien than I grinned. I reached out and touched the blood with my left index finger. I started to become blood. As I touched this blood, oddly enough, I was not afraid. Then I was, as it was. And in a moment, a portion of 100 years of information was shared with me. I understood the man that created me and those that created him in ways he may not have known himself. Further, I felt part of me being rewritten, restructured at a cellular level. Still, I was aware, seeing the parsing, the processing of codons, the writing and rewriting, the shifting of information. I was then pulled out in reverse, to be standing as I was, whole new me, with a bit of glee. The sanguine being itself was joyful in this sharing, turning away now, aware of so many nightmares, so many daydreams, a history from voluminous multiplicity of perspectives, now with my own added to the chorus of blood, walking away, trailing my hand against those singing walls, and trails of blood was left behind. Making my way to the edge of the cave and looking at the world with new eyes, and the doorway to perception opened.